Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Keith, and if you've been to an IMAX film, chances are you've heard the tagline, see a movie or be part of one. That is especially true in the new film Dunkirk by director Christopher Nolan. Mr. Nolan has employed IMAX for several of his films, including the Dark Knight trilogy, Interstellar, Inception, and now, of course, Dunkirk. This movie hits you very fast with amazing visuals and epic sound. The sound was so deafening in the film, you honestly feel like you're on the beach. Now, when I say on the beach, this movie is about the plight of approximately 400,000 soldiers who are trapped, who are taking enemy fire, who needed to be rescued. So people were jumping on boats and heading out to them to help. The movie takes place in three areas: land, air, and water, and each being done very effectively. Now, the cast of this film, for the most part, is virtually unknown, though you do have some regulars from the Christopher Nolan universe who are back again. Tom Hardy plays a fighter pilot, and it's interesting because in one part of the movie, he's putting on this fighter pilot mask, and you're thinking to yourself, "Oh, Bane, I know it's you." Cillian Murphy, who of course is no stranger to the Nolan movies, appearing in the Dark Knight movies as well as his other films, is back in this as well. I enjoyed this film, but this film, with all due respect to all the wonderful actors that are in this movie isn't about the actors. It's about the vision of Christopher Nolan. He is on a very short, very finite list of top directors that are working today. When you go to see a Christopher Nolan movie, you are going to see a theatrical event because he pays attention to every little detail and he's bringing to the screen such a wonderful work. Now, compared to his other films like Inception and the Dark Knight trilogy, I did not enjoy this movie as much. It's enjoyable. It's a very good war movie. I wouldn't put it on the same level as a Saving Private Ryan. It's not necessarily as violent by any means, but it's a very good film. It's very enjoyable. I didn't find that there was really strong character development in this movie the way that I've come used to seeing in other Christopher Nolan films. But at the end of the day, it's enjoyable and it's definitely worth seeing in IMAX. You are not just seeing a film, you're going in and you're going to have an experience because this is a very rare film in this day and age. It completely makes use of not only of the IMAX technology and the sound and the wonderful score by Hans Zimmer, but on top of all of that, when Christopher Nolan puts something forward, you're not ever getting junk, and definitely not the case with this one. It just didn't leave me wanting to run and talk about it the way his other films like Inception and Dark Knight Rises and Interstellar did. I'm not going to be looking at bookcases differently. I'm not going to be wondering, is it a dream or not? There's no big questions that need to be answered at the end of this film, except for the obvious of, I can't wait to see what Nolan does next. I recommend this movie. I give it a B+, and I'd love to know if you get a chance to see Dunkirk, what you think. So let me know. CFL_fan on Twitter, Facebook.com/WittyWhittier and WittyWhittier.com. Thank you so much for checking this out. My name is Keith, and I'll see you at the movies.